doctor. Hello, doctor.
Hi, Stefan. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Very good. And then we have another special guest, Carolyn Collins. Caroline Collins, General Manager at Roots Hair and Beauty Salon. Hello, Caroline.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. We had a few technical issues. That's why we're 2 minutes late, but never mind. Anyway, just read out the sponsored messages from Nelson Park Property. This podcast is sponsored by Nelson Park Property, awarded the best real estate agency for 2019. Nelson Park Property has been operating in Qatar for more than 10 years, helping families find their new home, individuals purchase their next investment, and companies move to their new offices. With Nelson Park's team of more than 30 agents, they are confident of helping you make the right decision for your real estate needs. Get in contact with Nelson Park Property on 55517567 or visit their website at www.nelsonparkproperty.com. So if you're new to this show is to be a positive and uplifting podcast where you can walk away feeling revitalized, ready to face another day. We're going to bring you experts in their field of business to let us know how they are dealing with the current situation and what measures they have taken to get through this storm. We also want to hear from entertainers, singers, musicians who would like to perform on the show. If you'd like to be on the show, please send me an email on network@gingercamel.com or message us on the Facebook message sideboard here. Right. And we're going to I've been contacted by a few musicians, so we should have a few.
Did Heidi contact you?
Ah, that was you.
Yes.
Yes, she did today. Yes.
Amazing.
So
you'll be very lucky to get her.
Yeah, so we're lining her up, just waiting for her to let us know what day she wants to come on.
Brilliant.
So thank you, Caroline, for that. So my first question is, when will this end, and when will I get a decent haircut and a beard trim? Because I am going to be a complete yeti by the end of this.
Oh my gosh, we're all asking the same question, aren't we? I keep thinking positive next week, and it's never coming, is it?
No.
And if you go by the news, it's never that positive either. But anyway, we just pray that it comes sooner than later.
Well, how are you coping? One, with doing your hair. You look very beautiful and very. You seem to be managing okay. But for us mortal souls that aren't in the beauty and hair business, how do we keep on top of it?
You still look amazing. You just have to kind of compromise a little bit. And I think it gets to a point where I'm not really precious about these things. This morning I had a face mask on. I think it's time to be honest, I did actually do my hair, but most of the time I don't, and I probably don't wash it quite as frequently, and I don't use any heat on it if I can avoid it, because I think it's time to kind of give your skin a rest. I put makeup on today and my eyes are streaming because I'm not used to having makeup on them. So I just think it's good to kind of give everything a bit of a rest.
I think that's in general everything that we are literally giving everything a rest, and I think a lot of people are realizing the amount of stress and the amount of stress that we put on ourselves, as well as how we look on a daily basis.
Yeah, definitely. Some people I think they use it as, it's a feel-good factor. So although I've had a few weeks of just being a bit of a layabout, really, in reference to what I wear, you just don't care what you wear because you're not going to see anybody. But that actually doesn't really make you feel very good. So when you make the effort, you actually feel really good. But there are a lot of our clients are reaching out to us because they're worried about their roots, and we're saying roots rock, rock your roots. Let's see your roots. But so many women just don't, and they just doesn't feel good in themselves, even whether with their husbands or even if they're on their own. They just, having your nails done, having your facial, having a massage, it just all those good feel good factor, which obviously everyone's not getting right now.
No, you're right.
So compromise. Get your hubby to do your nails. Get your get him to give you a massage or a foot massage or whatever. It's time to compromise and have fun.
Yeah, maybe I should get my wife to do mine. Or are you saying it the other way around? I should be doing hers. I don't think she would let me dare loose on her nails.
Oh, but anyway, even give a nice foot massage one evening while you're watching telly, hey?
No, I've done a few of those. I have done a few of those. So, Dr. Anand, what's your morning? Do you have a morning routine just so you feel good?
Yeah, definitely. That hasn't changed. We've established a habit in our household years ago that even on weekends, we wake up, make the bed, change out of our pajamas. That has been very important to us. It's just not feeling that, it's not because we're going out. You can wear comfortable clothes at home, but just making sure you're not in that sleep mode, and that sleep mode affects your productivity, and that productivity, then it also, for me personally, it always implies a sloth mode, which means that I'm not going to be productive and I'm not going to be doing what I'm usually doing. So definitely that's part of it. I'd like to, kind of course, wash my face, brush my teeth, or whatever. But I also like to splash on some perfume. I don't put makeup. I started putting makeup when we started doing our daily podcast. But other than for the camera, not really. I relax my face. I've taken the opportunity to also let my skin breathe. My hair is the same because, I take care of it for the curls.
It's always beautiful, your hair.
Thank you, sweetheart.
No, it's amazing.
Now I'm recognized for my hair. And as I was telling Stefan the other day, he's like, "Oh, you've got the curls." I'm like, "Yes, it was my hair wash day. I do it once a week." But other than that, I do shower. Showering is still important. Establishing that routine for yourself in the mornings just gets you in the mood. Yes, I've actually worn some clothes that, they're not really home comfortable clothes, but I put on a skirt and I put on a t-shirt with it, just down wear it or wear it down, just to keep myself in the mood. It's not about being home doesn't necessarily mean cocooning, and doesn't mean letting yourself go. So yeah, it's I do miss the salon because it's about the pampering, it's about the experience rather than the services. I am, Caroline, starting to learn how to do my nails. I've injured a few of my nails, but I'm just letting the trauma settle before I start doing it again. But other than that, I'm still, finding ways, appreciating it. My husband and I gave our son a haircut. He wasn't happy the first day because he's like, "I look like a geek or a nerd and I don't like it." So we took up more of the sides, and then now he became a Marine. So we're working on that. My husband goes bald anyway, so he's been maintaining his own thing. He's learning to kind of trim his own beard and stuff. So it's I think it's fun. It's fun to reconnect with yourself and with your family and do things together or alone. It's fun to take care of yourself because, as we said, this is an opportunity to prioritize ourselves, our wellness and our happiness, and really find ways to keep ourselves engaged and keep ourselves creative, but in a way that kind of, let's say, lessens the impact of the severity of what's going around us. And I think that is the lesson that we should be appreciating and respecting right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I still have my routine in the morning. I do my meditation, my exercise, and then I, get dressed. But I head to work just to let the cleaner in, and then I leave because everyone is self-isolating. Everyone's working from home. So, but it's my morning routine just to get going and just get the mind. Work. Yeah. Now, Caroline, I know you guys were hit the first when everything had to close. How have you coped on a business front, but also on a emotional front?
What, the business, you mean?
Yeah, business, and then emotionally.
It was really tough the day. We kind of knew it was going to happen on that. Our last day was going to be the 17th, that Tuesday. And we kind of planned and tried to get everybody booked in, not knowing for sure that it was. But it was a bit of a nightmare day because I don't know if you remember, everyone told that the salons were closing. And then we were told that they weren't, but it was news that had been leaked out and it wasn't official. So it was a bit of a nightmare day because we then had cancelled all our clients, and then I thought, well, it's only going to be a matter of time. We're going to be told otherwise. But by about 7:30, we still hadn't been confirmed. So we rebooked all our clients, and then at 9:30 at night, we're told it was official.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know the girls are absolutely stir crazy. I do actually think it's good for everybody to take that time out. All of them have been doing some training, which I've been really thrilled about. We've been dropping off the dummies heads off to some of them because they like to practice and still get their hands on something.
Yeah.
So we've been using it also for our social media. So, you know, the beginning, it was just kind of keeping in touch with everybody. And obviously, a lot of my time has been even our community, who we're so close with, so many women that are so supportive to us. So it's just kind of keeping you know, in touch with all of them. And then we just started a delivery service on products. So that got really busy. So that was really good. So we've been spending a lot of time on doing that. But otherwise, it's just keeping positive, isn't it? You know, and you have to twist it round to kind of see what benefits we're all going to get from as a business. I mean, I don't think any business is going to be operating the same way as they have.
No.
And I think that also goes in our lives. I mean, you touched on something the other day. You were saying about the homeschooling and how much you kind of realized it opened your eyes, and even just you know your kids and seeing them, and and I think those kind of things, when you've got a time like this, you kind of connect more with your family, and you think if you'd not had this kind of opportunity, you would never have kind of discovered the things that you have even discovered yourself in reference to things that have opened your eyes, and now you might do things differently. I don't know quite what you even meant by that, but you know, I think there are many things that all of us have found emotionally, as well as, I mean, I've always had a really busy life, as you know. So for me, I feel so grateful for this time. If anything, I'm putting pressure on myself because there's lots of different training things I wanted to do, and business stuff and podcasts, and I'm finding my days running away with me, and I haven't got as much achieved that I've wanted to. And I think to myself, right, how would I feel if I was told I'm going back to work tomorrow? You know, I'd be thinking, oh my God, I haven't got this done, I haven't done that. And so I think I'm going to have to start organising myself a lot better to feel that better sense of achievement for myself. I mean, it was lovely to start off with the first few weeks. In fact, I was working a lot of routes anyway, but it's been probably the last week or so is a bit more time for me. But then you start feeling guilty that you haven't got as much done as you still want to get done, because you tend to let the day run away with you instead of you running the day, because you just go with the flow of it all, and before you know it's another evening and another week. So yeah, I think it's this whole time has kind of opened our eyes for many reasons.
Oh, absolutely. No, I totally agree. But for the business side, you must have been really busy when you had to close down, because then you had to look at, well, how are we going to keep going? And are there other opportunities, like, as you said, like the delivery service? That's a great way of reaching out to your clients and still providing them with your products. Have you gone online with maybe tips on makeup, hair? Have you gone down that route?
Yeah. So we did home service just before we closed, but then we found out that the home service wasn't allowed either. So that kind of went out the window straight away. So then, yes, we've done the delivery service, and then the girls have done some great videos that we put everything on our Instagram. I had a lady reach out the other day saying she's a nightmare with her nails. So one of the girls have just done a video on how to even file her nails. And then another one about how to take the acrylics. A lot of people have got acrylics or they've got gel on and they don't know how to take that off. So we've got another video going out on that, but I sent it to them directly so they had the information early. Some about how to blow dry your hair. And some of the girls have really come out of their, I mean, myself included, but have really come out of their comfort zone, because it's like one of the girls, she was messaging me going, oh, I'm getting anxiety. I can't do this. I said, you can, you're a natural. It looks really, really good. And we've got another girl that's been doing it. She is a total natural and has sent quite a few things out. So, yeah, no, it's been good for everybody, and trying to get tips from everyone so that we can keep on posting them. So, yeah, you're having to really think out of the box at the moment.
No, absolutely. And where can, if people aren't familiar with your social media, where can people find you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram, Roots QTR.
Roots QTR. Excellent.
Yeah, Roots QTR.
Have you been following them, Hanan, Dr. Hanan?
Yeah. I mean, Caroline, we have a relationship going
Indeed.
back all the way.
She's one of our
Caroline, I need to give a shout out here. She's done an amazing job with the salon, but more importantly, her role within the community of empowering women in business has been monumental. She's hosted so many events at the salon, so many for charity, so many for just promoting ladies who are doing handicrafts and doing things from home. And between her and Debbie, they've been pioneering in this field. So we go way back. So definitely I am following. And no, they're doing an amazing job. And I think this goes back again, Stefan, to what we were talking about, that during these times of uncertainty, because she's already fostered such a loving family relationship with everyone working there, it is very easy for all of them to come in and tap into their collective resources and be able to come out and say, we're offering you tips. She has more or less a relationship with every single person that walks into any of the branches. And she's always had that. But that is a beautiful thing, because then she's created a community.
Absolutely.
And the community, then the people even working there want to chip in and do their part and kind of empower everyone else at home. So no, Caroline and Debbie, they have an amazing spirit, and they are.
Oh, thank you.
I have nothing more to say. I love them both.
Oh.
But Caroline, and you touched on the emotional side on your side, and how, because you are a dynamo, you're non-stop. So, and where you said that you felt guilty because you didn't feel like you were, achieving doing as much as you normally do. So do you feel that is going to be therapeutic in the end for you coming out of this?
Yeah, definitely. There's many things that I would normally do for myself, and I am doing for myself, because we did a big thing on self-love. We always do. It's one of the key parts of our message. I know I need to do a bit more practicing as I preach, because
isn't it always the way though? You're always telling people what you should be doing, but you don't actually listen to yourself.
So true. And this whole thing of loving yourself was totally alien for me. I'm definitely getting better at that, but that was just words for me. To actually do it and feel it is, it's very, 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 very powerful, really powerful.
Yeah.
But I've been keeping myself busy, even as just a sense of achievement. Even just the last couple of days, in fact, we had somebody reach out to us about a lot of, very sadly, a lot of people are obviously been released off work, or they're not being paid, so they have no food. So there's a group of fantastic women at Pearl, and we've got involved with that now. So we are now, probably seen on our Instagram, we're trying to now reach out for clothes again, for toys again, and for food. We've got a drop going tomorrow. I've got a family of 8. It's 2 families actually, but they're together as 8. And then there's another family. But any food we get left over, we're going to keep for following weeks. But there's about over 300 people on this list that have reached out to these ladies in Pearl that have no food. So it's just awful when you hear these kind of things. So we've been really busy with that. So that kind of makes me feel really good that you can give back again. There was another lady who has about 50 cats. So we've been able to send some food for her because she's in a difficult position herself, where she's also not getting a salary coming in. So, yeah, it's kind of just trying to spread the love, isn't it? And I have to say, the amount of women I sent it out to our community, the amount that came back to me, it's just, it just warms your heart when you see how many people are prepared to. I've had a message even today. Oh my gosh, my friends just told me that you're doing this, and I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how to connect with anyone to try and help. And so, yeah, it's so lovely.
So if anyone, whoever's watching now, if they want to be involved with that, can they reach out to you?
Yeah, they certainly can. If they just message me on actually it's easier, 5505 4494.
Say that again.
So 5505 4494. Or just message anywhere on Roots, you can just reach out. Yeah, we've got all the communication channels as per usual. We can definitely follow up with them. That'd be amazing.
No, with all this negative news, what has stood out for me is how communities have come together. That you've got the neighbor that you probably would never say hello to. Now you're actually saying hello and seeing that they're okay. It's incredible how the community has come together in all walks of life.
Definitely.
Dr. Annan, are you involved with anything?
To be honest, no, and not in that sense. I'm spreading out my wings and reaching out to my friends, my family members, in sense of, yes, the same as, hi, how are you? How can I support you? Let's hop on a call.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're doing. Let's shift some mindsets around. I've had also a few of my friends reach out just with the message, and I just take it as an opportunity to support them through that. So yes, I think at the end of the day, as you said, as a community, we all do our part, and we all have one way or another to bring value to those around us. I had, hats off to everyone who can actually go out and provide physically for those in need. There are others that, as we said before, everyone is of value. Those that are front lines, those that are offering emotional and mental support online now. There's even a lot of organizations that started saying there is free counseling for anyone who needs it. And that's a beautiful thing. At the end of the day, we're all humans, and it's our humanity that really unites us. And this is because it's universal. This is what's happening. Yeah. A lot more groups are also coming up online to support each other. I make it a habit of putting out positive messages across Facebook and Instagram, across whatever channel I'm on. And I get messages from friends of mine in other countries just saying, your positive message is what we're looking forward to every morning. And that's me doing my part, doing what I can where I can.
No, superb. Is there, Caroline, is there not a way that we could have a haircut outside rather than in a salon? Is there not a way to get around this?
Well, the whole idea is we're supposed to be doing this distancing. And if you kind of, I don't see how you do a haircut with having that distance. So it's one of those things we just have to sit tight, don't we? But I've had so many people reach out. My hair is so bad. Can you just not send one of your stylists around to my house? I go, yeah, but in actual fact, a lot of the stylists don't actually feel comfortable. They do want to do the distancing, everyone's got their own kind of beliefs about this whole crisis. But at the end of the day, when we're never going to go back to normal all the time, that we don't keep the distance. So I think we just have to stick with it and stop being proud about ourselves.
No, exactly. Maybe someone needs to invent something like hands on long sticks. So you literally got a 2-meter stick, and it's like robotic hands that can cut someone.
Yeah. Maybe Have you seen the ones on Instagram where someone puts their hand through a letterbox and they get their nails done, or that someone's got their hair done in the letterbox?
No, I haven't seen that.
Have letterboxes here, do you, in Doha?
No, that's true. Or there should be like a robotic hat that you put on, and you just select the kind of haircut that you want, and you take it off after half an hour.
Actually, I saw an ad for something. I saw an ad for something similar. It was a brush that had I think it was an ad, that sponsored ad that popped up on Instagram or something, and it was a brush with an embedded razor, and you get to choose. And you just brushing through it.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
Oh, really?
trims your hair. If I ever find it again, I'll send it across to you. Maybe maybe that will help.
A bit easier. Kind of get a razor, decide what length you want. Is a lot easier than for women. I mean, but if you've got your hair short, you just end up getting it longer, and if you've got long, it goes even longer. So it just hasn't got as much style to it. I think women that have got their colour, that tends to be a bigger thing, is that they have these very big roots, but then we just have to stick it up, or put a cap on, or do whatever we got to do to just.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of people with their natural hair coming through.
Yeah, there is actually a L'Oreal spray is quite good. You can't actually go back into a salon for 4 weeks. We're trying to ask people to avoid colouring their own hair, because that's probably the biggest service we do sometimes is colour correction, where people have done stuff at home and it hasn't gone correctly. So I think you have to decide whether you want to risk that or not, and then it could be a very, very, very expensive mistake.
No, I think it's too late. I think the aisles of hair color have all sold out, according to my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We've had many, many requests, but we can't sell it because it's a professional use product. Yeah.
So when this is all over,
yeah,
are you going to be able to cope with the demand?
Yes, we can't wait. We're ready and raring. Yeah. We'll all be on the floor flat out. I don't think any of the girls will want to be moaning about doing a 10-hour or 11-hour or 12-hour or 13-hour day. We'll all be in there raring to go.
I think we're all looking forward to actually getting back to work.
Everybody is. Honestly, I'm sure everybody was very quick to be moaning about certain things in their work, and now they're never again, I'm sure. Never again. That's in many, many ways for all of us.
No, for sure. Well, we're out of time.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Thank you for giving an insight into the beauty and hair business.
Not at all. Not at all. We can't wait to be back.
No, and I wish you all the best. And but it's only for roots. Are you planning on opening a man's salon at any point in the future?
Yes, it still is our dream. Definitely our dream. Roots for men.
Okay, I'll be there. All right then.
You'll be the first.
Hey?
I said you'll be the first. You'll be the first invited.
I'll be the first. I'll be the first.
Definitely.
All right then, ladies. Thank you very much for today.
Nice seeing you.
Thank you, guys. All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye.